All right, so good morning, everybody. This is David from Dining Services. We are having our first dining chat/forum. We've skipped these for the last couple months during our isolation period, but we need to communicate information. And right now, this is going to be the best means for me to share with you some things that have been going on that I feel are very important for you to know. So, first and foremost, let me give you all a little rundown of what we've been doing since March 19th or March 20th when we had to close the dining room. As you all know, we shut the dining room down. We shut down all dining rooms and all levels of care. Since that week, that third week of March when all of this started, in the health center, we've been delivering room to room in our area that was formerly known as the Rapid Recovery Unit. It got transitioned into an admissions transition unit, which is kind of a protected area for people coming back from the hospitals that could potentially be infected. So we've set up some barriers in there to make service and care of our residents very safe. So we've been delivering door-to-door in the ATU, as well as in Jasmine, Kumquat, and Ilex. It's all been door-to-door service. For the independent residents, whereas typically we would have anywhere on an average day between 70 and 90 people in the dining room for lunch or dinner, we have been delivering on average between 180 to 210 meals per day, all at lunch, as you all know, knocking on a lot of doors. This has been, I just want you to know, this has been a huge undertaking. We have 7 routes set up, so there's 7 different people loaded up with boxes of food and going door to door, bringing you the food and smiles. I truly appreciate so much feedback that I've gotten from so many of you. I know the high point of many people's days is just the human interaction and the nice smiles that you get from my great dining service staff. And they too it's been the highlight of their day to come visit you. As with me, I've been on the routes making deliveries, and it is heartwarming getting to see you all in a different environment. There's so many people I don't recognize if they're not sitting at their regular table. So I've had to relearn how to recognize people. And we've all had to learn how to relearn how to recognize people wearing masks now. This has been crazy. So I'm glad things are progressing. We're moving forward now. We have plans for a dining room reopening. So right now, the plan for our dining room reopening is going to be on Wednesday, June 10th. And there will be changes. So when we reopen on this Wednesday, the buffet is not going to be in service anymore. So we're taking as many precautions as possible to make sure that we're keeping everybody safe. Buffets in general are not the safest way to serve food to people. So everything is going to be table service. When you re-enter the dining room, you're going to also notice there's not a lot of places to sit. We've reduced the seating capacity in the dining room from upwards of around, I think we had 170 or 180 seats, down to 43. So we have far fewer tables and way far fewer seats. By the guidelines we're working with, we have to keep a maximum of 50 people in the dining room, which includes staff. So that's why we can only seat 42 or 43 people at any one given time. We're going to start the meal period earlier. Instead of beginning at 11:30, we're going to begin at 11:15, and we're going to have another meal period open up an hour later. At dinner time, we'll start serving at 4:45 and then again at 5:45. More details will be coming, and I'll put all of this information in a letter that'll be put into your mailboxes. I will discuss in that letter the times in which that you have to make reservations. As we are now with limited seating capacity, we do require reservations for every meal. So this is another change that you all will have to build into your routines, is you will have to call the reservation number, which is 598. So please call 598 to make reservations, and details for the times will be coming to you in writing. Also, we will continue doing delivery service, and we'll continue having pickup service available. Delivery service for now will remain at no cost to you. So just one extra benefit that we're offering, again, to try to encourage folks to social distance, keep everything as safe as we can. For pickup and delivery reservations, you will call 270, as you have always done before in the past. That's not changing. The times will be listed when I send this letter out to you all as well. I want to make sure I put this very clearly so that there's no misunderstandings. So, on Wednesday when we open, to celebrate, we're going to celebrate with your favorite menu item, which is salmon. I'm going to have salmon offered on the menu at lunch. I'm going to have salmon offered on the menu at dinner. Nobody has to fight over getting to the dining room for one meal or the other. I know it has been heartfelt that I have not been able to serve any seafood or shellfish during this time, but again, this was just one extra precaution that we put in place to make sure that there were no risks being taken. So salmon will be available next week on Wednesday, lunch and or dinner. So that's a big celebration. What else can I share with you? So we've some new faces that you'll see in the dining room since you came there last. We have Haley Garcia is one of our new servers. And okay, so I knew I would remember the other person's name. Olivia Barber is the other new server that you will see in the dining room. And I'm sure you've seen her on deliveries already, but she's been a wonderful addition, and I would hate to leave out her name. Thank you. But we have two new servers that have come on board with us. And also, when you come to the dining room, our staff is going to continue wearing face masks. So in case you don't recognize the staff in face masks, we also will have lanyards with a insert on it for them to put picture ID in there. So this was another idea, so that to help you recognize the people that are serving you. So that's one extra little thing. And for those that are concerned, as I know probably everybody is, on sanitation and infection control, I've also consulted with some experts in the field, and we have transitioned to different products to disinfect tables in between meal seatings. So as we have to turn tables, I want you to know that the tables, the chairs, the chair backs, everything will be properly disinfected before the next group of people come in. So we have taken a lot of steps to make sure that the dining room is as safe as possible for you. Let's see, what else can I share with you? All right, let's talk about some comments. I can tell you that we have had some wonderfully warm comments from so many people. Oh yes, getting back to comments, I'm sorry, I digress. One of the other changes that we're making, again, so that there's less touching of things going on, the printed comment card is on hold for now. Well, let's just say it's on hold indefinitely until further notice. All comment cards will be sent to us electronically. We've been doing the electronic comment cards on My W Life. Go to the dining tab. This has been a practice now for several years, but this is going to be the primary way to communicate with us with the comment card process. And I can tell you that it works because just during this short period of time, I think I've had over 100 comments. I think it was 110 comments came in during this last month alone, just electronically. Previously, we always counted a combination of electronic and paper cards. So word is getting out pretty well, but I'm here to ask you to continue to support using the electronic comment cards, and please just ask Kathy or myself or Shirley, Kristen, any of us in the dining room. We can give you some assistance on how to find it on MyWLife so that you can use this service that we have available. So I've got quite a list of comments here. I'm not going to read them all. That would take way too much time, but I'll start with just a few. Thanks to all who serve us daily food with cheerful dispositions. We're all getting to know you much better. Another comment, even David delivering Cinnabons on a special treat was going the second mile. That's nice. I make a game or puzzle out of it. Treats are a feeling of being cared for. You should see me having breakfast out of my leftovers. Miss you all. One night I was craving a cinnamon roll, and the next morning it showed up at my door. That's really cool. Staff and dining Mother's Day was exceptional. It was nice to see everyone, very thoughtful. Herb Chicken loved the chicken tenders and ate them all. Keep up the great work. Most of the lunches are very good. Thanks for listening. The chicken dinner was very good, except for the black-eyed peas. They should be cooked with ham or bacon and onions in a little broth or with stewed tomatoes. I thank you for that suggestion. I've shared that with Chef Larry already. The potatoes and spinach were a nice accompaniment. Thank you for the cranberry sauce with the turkey, and the pie was excellent. You sure know how to make someone feel special. The chicken biscuit was so very tasty. Wonderful flaky biscuit. Yum. Always nice to see Titi and Shanita so upbeat. Celia is always cheerful and helpful and considerate. Her enthusiasm is contagious. The beef vegetable soup was exceptional. One of the best soups I've had in 10 years. I love barley, and we so rarely enjoy it. Thank you so much. The huge chicken salad with all of the goodies was phenomenal. Loved the dressing too. I could have this every other day and would still enjoy it each time. Thank you so much. So that chicken salad that was mentioned, that we served that I think a week or so ago. That was the chicken salad. It had grilled chicken. It was a tossed salad with grilled chicken. It had berries, mandarin oranges, and it had a poppy seed dressing. And I just wanted to go on record to say that was Kathy's suggestion. So we're always looking for new items to put on the menu, and we have great dialogue with my culinary team and my managers as we talk about putting different things on the menu. Every week we have these dialogues to see, what we need to pull off and what new items we can put on. Let's see. Funniest pot roast I've ever seen. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do with that comment. Yankee pot roast was exceptional, moist and tender, robust meal, much improved over quiche, which is light and less filling, like a luncheon item than a full supper. So, overall, as you can see, a lot of very positive comments. I do recognize that, not having a choice has been very difficult for so many of you, and I feel for you. I understand that during this time of delivery service with most days a choice of this or nothing, I know that's been hard, and I thank you all for having good spirits, working with us while we were guided to making that decision. And I hope you all appreciate the many times that we have started to stretch and give you options at lunchtime. we've enjoyed doing that for you as well. And it's been interesting also sometimes to see, even when we give you a tough choice between spaghetti or something else, where spaghetti on the buffet is always the lead item, but now sometimes when spaghetti is going up against a chicken salad croissant, the chicken salad croissant has been taking the lead. So, and I realize, tastes change after a while, but that's been interesting for us too. Alrighty, what else can I share with you? All right, so I started talking about menu changes, and I can tell you that prior to this whole ordeal, we were poised and ready to roll out a spring menu. Well, needless to say, we're not going to roll out a spring menu just as summer is on the verge of beginning, but we are in the final stages of making the revisions and getting ready to roll out a summer menu. So look forward to getting more information from me on that in the coming weeks. We expect that to come out pretty soon. We've already invested a lot of time and we've made a lot of changes to what we were working with previously. There are a lot of new recipes that are added to this summer menu that's going to be rolling out, so I know you'll enjoy it. All right, let's see. And finally, on June 21st, we'll have a special meal to celebrate fathers on Father's Day. And as always, we will have a special menu to roll out for July 4th coming up. It's hard to believe July 4th is right around the corner already. Absolutely amazing. This is the point in the meeting where normally I ask for questions or comments, but since I'm sitting here looking at a camera, I guess the camera's not going to ask. Anyhow, just want you all to know I appreciate your good spirits during this time, and we are all so very excited to seeing your faces in the dining room again. Thank you. Have a great day.